Hello and welcome back, you magical journeyers of this world, to the Level Cap Podcast, where you will find and hear about things level 99 games or otherwise.
I guess that has become the official slogan. I guess that it's happened. There's no more fighting against it.
Yeah.
It's level 99 games, things, and otherwise.
Yeah, it's great because every time we actually diverged from that, people in the comments were like, "Where's otherwise?" I'm like, "Oh, so that's our thing now."
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Oh my gosh. So Brad, how are you this fine Mexico morning? New Mexico morning.
New Mexico. We're doing well. We're doing well here in Albuquerque. The sun is shining. The sky is blue. The clouds are white. Everything is as it should be. Mr. Bluebird's on my shoulder, zippity doo dah, etc.
Yeah, I see. So,
getting ready for Gen Con.
Oh man, Gen Con. I'm hyped.
Of course, if you're reading this or you're listening to this, we're already back from Gen Con, so you'll know by now how it went. But we're pretty optimistic.
So we will again project into the future and bring you back news from there.
Well, we'll project from the past into the future, and you can leave us comments from the future to our past selves. Let's do it reverse this time.
Oh man. So this is actually like Days of Future Past, Wolverine edition.
Kind of.
Okay, so Brad, here's the thing, okay? When I ask you how your day was, it's actually customary for you to ask me how my day was.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. How was your day, Marco?
Oh, wow. Thank you. Finally. It was great. The sky is dark and pitch black like my soul. Because it's actually night and it's not day. Brad, come on.
Edgelord.
Yes, Edgelord. Actually, I sit in the corner and talk to no one. Except the beautiful girl who sits in the other corner, who also talks to no one.
What?
This is Shadow Edge Marco. Welcome to the Level Cap Podcast, where the cap is the edge of my sword. Laughter is something the weak people use.
I see.
Comedy is for the weak. If only my parents didn't die in that car crash, I wouldn't have been shipped to the secret military agency where they trained me to be a trained assassin.
Well, I guess you can only become a trained assassin through rigorous government training.
I hate
you
the
could be
government.
an untrained assassin, but
No, I am the best at my job.
Okay. Well, currently our job is Level Cap Podcast, so tell me about what games you've been playing, Marco.
All right, Marco's back. Shadow Edge Marco's gone. I killed him. So,
with your professional assassinating skills?
yeah. I just gave him a...
Hey, he was professional. You were the unprofessional.
Yeah,
assassin.
and he didn't know how to counter my moves. I was like drunken master. Except, instead of being drunk, I was just incompetent.
Incompetent master, I see.
Incompetent master.
This is the Bruce Lee movie that never got made.
Hidden idiot, crouching dumb. Anyway. So let's go to our Game Club game for this week, and our Game Club game for this week doesn't exist. Blame Gen Con. Because of it, Brad and I haven't really had the time to coordinate and play a new Game Club game of the week, seeing as the previous episode was recorded, 2 days ago?
Yeah, we're recording this episode on the Friday before Gen Con, but I've been playing a game which I want to talk about. Marco, you've watched videos of this, or you've heard the hype, right?
Yeah, I've heard that. I literally bought this game for my partner, and they love it.
Well, the game is Slime Rancher. Slime Rancher is a game where you are a plucky young woman sent across the galaxy to this alien planet called Far Range, and you have your trusty, what you call it,
gun? The gun thing? I don't know what it's called.
It's a vacuum gun, yeah.
Yeah.
Your trusty vacuum gun, and you go around the planet and you vacuum up slimes into the tank on the back of your vacuum gun, and then you shoot them out into corrals. Why do you want slimes? Well, whenever slimes eat, they produce these valuable byproducts called plorts. And you go and you vacuum up all the slime plorts, and then you sell them on the intergalactic plort market, and you make big bucks.
Oh man.
It's as goofy as it sounds, even a little bit more so. Like it's really, it's like Dreadmore levels of self-awareness.
Oh, okay.
And they have a lot of fun with it. The slimes that you can get are really cool. There are your basic like pink slimes, but then there's tabby slimes, like they're cats and they can jump really high, and so you got to build taller corrals to keep them in. And there's like phosphorus slimes, which are like moths, and if the sun ever hits them, they disappear.
Oh.
And so you have to like get shade. You have to put them in shade in caves and stuff so you can farm them. There are quantum slimes that can teleport, and there are hunter slimes that'll turn invisible. You can breed the slimes. If a slime eats a plort of a different type, it becomes a hybrid slime called a largo, and they produce 2 plorts whenever they eat, so you get double the money for the food that you put into them. And then there is if a largo eats a plort of a third type, then it turns into a tar, and the tar are these giant evil slimes that will just eat everything that they encounter. And so if you're not careful with your corralling, you can have these tar outbreaks on your ranch, and the tar will just destroy all the slimes that you've managed to capture and take care of.
You sound like a crazy person right now, right?
It's such a cool game. It's a bit more directed than Minecraft, but it's got this charm to it. There's a lot of exploration. There's a lot of, pick up and build your ranch. It's just fun. It's relaxing and it's fun.
Yeah, I see. No, but you have to understand my point, Brad. That you sound like a crazy person. Because it's like
so.
You use the flumbus to activate the flip-florp, and then the flip-florp lets you create a gerbadorb. A gerbadorb allows you to generate more resources. That's what you sounded like for the.
That's actually how the game is, though. They don't mask that very much. They're like, oh, go get more of this, and then put it into here, and then put that into there, and then you'll get this.
And all the words are just made up funny words. It sounds like a
they're all just made up funny words.
Oh man, that's so cute. Okay. The only reason this isn't our game club is because fans, let's part the kimono or whatever, lift the veil a bit, and tell all of you that I have severe motion sickness and I can't play first-person games. That's the only reason we're not using this for Game Club Game of the Week. Sad. Seems like such a fun game. I want to play it.
Yeah, well, maybe your partner will tell you how great it is.
Yeah. So, Brad, as customary, you should now ask me what I'm playing.
What are you playing, Marco?
So, I've been playing this game called M.exe. It's a... Okay, I think the best way to describe it is it's Monster Hunter meets Digimon. So, it plays... No, sorry, not Monster Hunter. Monster Rancher. So, this is the... We have a theme. It's ranching. So it's like Monster Rancher, but Digimon mixed in. The concept is that you're this trainer and you have this Digimon partner or a monster partner who grows up from an egg, and then you can train them and all that stuff. So that's like the Digimon part. The Monster Rancher part is the combat system, wherein monsters are at set distances from one another, and those distances dictate which of your 4 moves you can use, and moves can change your distances and deal damage and all that stuff. It's a pretty fun game. It's still in early access, so I know I'm a sucker for buying it. But I like the theme of Digimon, and I loved Monster Rancher when I was a kid. It was one of my favorite franchises. And Brad, here's a story from my childhood. In Monster Rancher, right, you can put the disc into the PlayStation, and then it'll generate the monster based on that disc.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
You haven't played Monster Rancher?
I never played Monster Rancher or Digimon, for that matter.
Brad!
I'm sorry, Marco. I've ruined your childhood.
Oh, well, okay. So in Monster Rancher, you can put the disc in, it'll read the disc, and based on the data on the disc, it'll generate the monster. And I used to be able to buy fake DVDs from this shady place. So we have a bunch of these fake DVDs all around the place. I mean, they're all gone now because illegal. So I when I was a kid, I put one of these DVDs into the thing, and it spawned a dragon. But more than that, dragons are like one of the rarest monsters you will find. They're like Charizards, dude. They're like super good.
Mm-hmm. But like every third person has a Charizard.
Yeah, but in Monster Rancher, it was super rare for any of the other ranchers to have a dragon. And here's the best part. My dragon that was generated had the I Heart NY logo on its belly. I don't know why.
What?
But it did. It did.
Okay.
It had some sort of weird logo on it, and I was like, what is this CD? And then I looked at it, and it was a bootleg version of High School Musical. So take that story as you will. That's what happened.
Okay. Huh. Well, I guess if you need to get that dragon again.
Yeah.
High School Musical bootleg.
The only way to get extremely rare and powerful monsters is to buy bootleg High School Musical DVDs.
That is a really cool mechanic though. That was one of the first, I'd say one of the first AR mechanics, augmented reality.
Yeah.
Where you could take things you found in the real world and put them in your PlayStation, and then you would get cool monsters. It should. I wonder if there are more of those. Like, I wonder if there's a game where you can like scan barcodes in the grocery store and get, digital characters and stuff.
I know there is one. It's an app. It's called Barcode Night. It's an RPG, and you can scan real world barcodes using your smartphone, and it'll upload them into the game, and it'll give you stuff. It's awesome.
Okay.
All right, so Brad, do you recommend Slime Rancher to everyone so they can get their blorps or whatever this currency is called?
Plorts, yes. This is serious business, Marco.
Sorry. Plorts.
Some people are getting super rich off these plorts.
Okay, the Galactic Federation.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you recommend it?
Yes, I definitely recommend Slime Rancher.
All right.
And I didn't really hear about im.exe except that it's like these other games but modern.
Sorry. Yeah, but
is there more to it than that, or
no, not really. It's just those two games mixed together and it's modern.
Okay.
And it actually plans to be a PvP centered game. So it plans to have you fight other real players with your monsters. So that's what makes it cool. That's the innovation that they're bringing in. It's an online game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll check it out. It sounds fun. I did enjoy Pokemon quite a bit back in the day.
Oh man, Pokemon. All right,
and
let's
I've
not gush about
try
Pokemon.
Monster Rancher.
Oh, Brad, you should. You should just get it, Brad. Just get it. So good. I kid you not. So good. Such a good game.
I think nostalgia paints a better picture than things actually were back then.
That's definitely true. But like the PS2 Monster Ranchers, they weren't very nostalgia filled. But let's just say this: if you really like Slime Rancher and figuring out all of these specific quirks that these monster slimes have, Monster Rancher is going to be your thing, Brad. Trust me. Just be ready for Japanese cliches, though.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I like my Japanese cliches.
Oh, of course, you made BattleCon. Moving on. Moving on. Let's have our character of this week. Brad, tell me, who is our character of this week?
So our character of this week is Pendros Scala, a druid graduate of Argent University, and a master of natural magic. So we decided to feature a student this time. To kind of show like the sort of people that go to Argent and graduate, and Pendros is from a department we haven't talked about yet, so it gives us a chance to talk about the Department of Nature Magic.
Yeah.
So anyway, Pendros is a druid. He recently graduated from Argent University, and now he wanders the world as an ecomancer. So he's basically a weather wizard, if you will. Sort of hedge mage who goes around to small towns in the world and make sure that everything is working out okay, make sure that crops are growing, that there are no natural disasters or anything running loose, and sets up the weather so that people will have a good harvest.
So he's
So
Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah, he's a very practical sort of mage, and this kind of gives an idea of what kind of career you can expect when you complete a degree at Argent. So, unlike a lot of characters, that are just like, oh, let's go adventure and find treasure and stuff. Pendros is really a how would you say it?
He's a collar worker.
I don't know even if you'd say collar worker, but he's somebody who is working with people. There are not many professions we've seen in the characters of Argent that are people who work for other people in the world, or who work for the common people in the world.
Humanitarian.
And Pendros does. Yeah, I wouldn't even say humanitarian, but it's he's like almost utility level. So yeah, I guess blue collar magician is the way to put it.
Blue collar magician. Hi, I'm Mike Rowe. Welcome to Blue Collar Magician.
It's a pretty high. It's a pretty high level skill set that he has, but he does mundane work. So there you have it.
So he's okay. Let's talk about the power level of this character. Note that this character, when Brad says he's a weather wizard, he can't it's not just like he can create rain in this small square by foot area. He can literally cause it to storm, right?
He could. I mean, he could. But yeah, like you gather clouds and the weather does the rest. It's an art that requires a subtle touch, I guess I would say.
So rather than
sure you can call lightning in a specific spot, but mostly you do the rain dance and then the rain comes and then you're all set.
All right, I see. So let's move on to the nature of nature magic. Oh, see what I did there?
I see what you did there.
Yeah. So how does it work? If natural magic is this way, but we know a lot about divinity, and it's kind of like in and out, like you give in and then it gives out. What's nature magic like?
So nature magic is there is a magic in everything in Indians. This is a very, very high magical world, high fantasy world,
magic
and yeah. So a druid works by communicating with the magic in other things. He can talk to animals, he can talk to plants, he can command the elements, he can command the weather, he can create new animals, or control the natural processes of life, things like disease or vermin. So all of those things are within the domain of nature magic, and it is sort of done by connection. So it's a very sympathetic kind of magic.
Circle of life.
Yeah.
We're all connected. Food chain.
So it's one of the most restrictive types too. Like you have to be like a natural born person in order to use nature magic. Homunculus can't use it. Golems can't use it. People from other planes can't use it. That sort of thing.
Because you have to be connected to the magic of the prime world, the prime plane. I see.
Mm-hmm. And that is kind of what wild magic is too. It's the kind of I guess expression of natural magic that happens in people who are born in Indians.
I see. So speaking of wild magic, what's Pendros' wild magic?
So Pendros' random ability is that he can eat really spicy food with absolutely no adverse effects. He even ate the fabled apocalypse pepper, which is said to be able to kill dragons.
And then he was just fine?
And he was just fine.
Did that get him a date?
Maybe he won a dare.
Oh,
he does have a long-term relationship. He's one of the characters where we know about their long-term relationship. And he is together with Kavri, who is one of the divinity students at Argent. She's a dryad who's in the healing magic program.
She's a dryad. So wait, are you telling me that our druid is dating a tree person?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice. Man, that's so cute.
There I have it.
Listeners, fan art, please. Cute couples always make me smile.
You can practice talking to plants.
You can practice talking to plants. Oh my goodness. So let's talk about the history of Pendros in this world. So we know what he's into. We know his job. We know his school of magic. But who is Pendros? Take us behind the mask. Who is Pendros Shala?
Well, he's just I would say, an ordinary 20-something guy who is outgoing and outdoorsy and enjoys life. He's very much at balance with everything, and tries not to go too far into any one direction. He's traveled the world. He loves to explore. He's gone to all the continents and all the countries in the world, and someday hopes to visit the new continent, or the fabled continent across the oceans. But nobody's been there just yet. He's
so there's
really
a bit
good
of
friends
wanderlust.
Yeah, absolutely.
I see.
Absolutely. He's really good friends with Hikaru, with Eric, and with Lysandra. So they all studied around the same time, and so they're all pretty close friends. As far as like BattleCon style, he fights sort of like Hikaru. He's, I guess, what we'd call Shoto character.
Shotoken.
Yeah, Shotoken. In where they have in BattleCon, that means they have 4 tokens, and that each do a different thing, and they can use one of these tokens per turn. Pendros actually puts them on the board, so he actually controls the environment around him as he fights. But he's mostly a fist fighter who
he
uses
punches
these
things.
environments to amplify or to control the positioning of the board. So,
Pendros is a literal brawler. I know I call a lot of characters brawlers, but Pendros is a literal brawler. He'll get up in your face and punch you. And that's all he does. He just punches you.
Yeah. But then you might also get struck by lightning halfway through the fight.
Yeah, while he's punching you. Like, the lightning's just there as an icing on the cake. Pendros will mainly destroy you by punching you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think this is ecomancy. Is that what you call this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember that, if I remember correctly, every branch of magic in Argent actually has 3 sub-branches and then 1 mega school, right?
Yeah.
So,
1 advanced school and 3 basic schools.
So what are the 3 basic schools of nature magic? So Ecomancy is the advanced school.
Ecomancy is the advanced school. And then Druidism, Geomancy. So Druidism is talking and controlling animals and life, and plants. Geomancy is elements. That's like what Hikaru has.
I see.
So, fire, water, earth, wind.
Avatar.
And then, and then the good one, not the blue one.
No, the one with the bald guy with the arrow.
No, and then Undertaking is the 3rd school, and that's the control of death, disease, vermin, and other kinds of sickness. Kind of natural processes of decay.
Ah, yes, my favorite school of magic.
Okay, Shadow Marco.
No, I killed him again.
Welcome.
He came back. Oh my gosh, he came back.
That's what edgelords do. They're vampiric. Remember, keep coming back.
Yeah, they come back. Oh my gosh, Brad, you gotta help me. If he comes back, I want you to kill him.
No. Don't play into those plans. You're just playing into his hand, Marco.
No. Okay.
Every time he dies, he becomes stronger.
No.
like in that Star Wars movie.
Oh my gosh. All right, Brad. All right. So, Pendros
Or maybe your successor becomes stronger. Do you have an apprentice?
Oh.
Do you have an even more edgelordy apprentice?
My brother. He betrayed me. No, he's coming back. Okay.
All right. Anyway.
But in all seriousness, in Argent the game, not Argent the setting, in Argent the Consortium, Pendros is a supporter. He's a nature magic supporter, right? What does he do again? Gives you mana?
He probably shoves you around. That's what most of the nature supporters do, is they shove people around. I can open up his card and look at it, but I don't have it on me at the moment.
No, it's okay. So at the end of the day, Pendros is a supporter, so this means that these are characters that you can recruit into your office, quote unquote.
Right. They're sort of the background cast of the university, all the students, staff, graduates, people that you encounter when you're when you're at the school, and they give you various benefits, or they do like one task for you and then leave, that sort of thing.
or they do nothing.
Yeah. And actually, the in Argent, tidbit for you, the Nature Mage pawn is based on Pendros' appearance.
Oh, okay.
So if you go and look back at the Nature Mage piece on the Argent Kickstarter, and you'll see like, oh, that looks kind of like Pendros. That's because it was modeled after his character concept.
Wow. Okay. So that pretty much doesn't.
The divinity was based on Kavri as well. So if you're looking at Kavri and you go look at the divinity student, you'll see, oh, it looks like her.
And then, oh wait, so the ship is in the game. Our ship is in the game. All right, fans, time to get those nature mages and those divinity mages and go like, oh, I love you, Kavri. Oh, I love you too, Pendros.
You should cut this segment. This is bad. This is the worst.
The worst. All right.
Yeah.
So let's just cut the segment and go on to our next segment. Next segment, our 99 question segment, where we will answer some hot-pressed questions that you guys have had for us. Brad, are you prepared? It doesn't matter. I will ask you anyway.
Oh, okay, sure.
Do other planes have up and down sides like the Indian's plane does? If so, does that mean that the celestial realm is the downside of something? Uh-oh.
Interesting question. I'm not going to answer that question at this time. So, there you go.
Brad, no. Why do you tease us?
It's to be revealed in the future.
Oh my gosh. All right. Number two question. Can you travel to other planes by purely mechanical means? So if Kadath, for example, just had a rocket ship, he wouldn't need magic to find a safe place for his people?
So it's an interesting point. The answer is yes, and actually, one of the things that we have planned for Indians, and I'll tap my hand a little bit here, is after one of the plans we have for the next series or a future series after BattleCon ends is a series that follows Runica when she builds a spaceship and goes and explores the planes. So it's sort of like a, I guess,
Doctor Who?
Mindjammer meets Indians setting.
I see. Oh, nice. So you can. So I can get.
So yes, you can purely mechanical means you can travel to other planes.
Man, so I can just, if you can fly far enough, you can.
Yeah, but people haven't done it yet. Like, nobody has done it yet, but the theory is sound.
I see. Oh, of course, because Dragon Wars stunted technological growth for how many years, right?
Yeah.
Wait, does that mean Underworlders? The Underworld people can?
I don't. We haven't really opened up the Underworlds yet. So.
Man, Brad, tip your hand a little bit more. 5 degrees.
It's in progress. I don't want to say something and then I actually write the thing and people come back to the podcast like, wait, in episode 32 you said this and it's different. Well, yeah.
Well,
sometimes
Brad,
I change things.
Brad does change his mind. All right, last question, Brad. This one is a doozy, so you might wanna prepare yourself. Okay.
Okay.
Who is your favorite Muppet? Sweetums? Okay, I don't know who this Muppet is.
You don't know Sweetums?
No.
Okay, so Sweetums is the full body Muppet, the really giant one, who kind of looks like Animal. And he's like the really tall, big animal.
Okay.
And he goes like,
this guy. All right, this guy. Now I remember him. I know his face, but not his name. He's funny.
There you go.
Like him. Oh, yeah. Okay. My favorite Muppet. Oh man, Snuffleupagus. Does that count?
Is that a Muppet? Is that a Muppet?
No, it's not a Muppet. See, this is the problem. I sometimes mix up Sesame Street and Muppets for some reason.
Okay.
Which is true, right? That's
I mean, they're fairly similar, but true aficionados know the difference.
yeah, true. Muppet
I guess
heads?
it's like Muppets. Yeah, Muppets and Sesame Street is like. I mean,
Battlecon
it's
and
like Coke.
Exceed.
It's like Coke and Pepsi. Like they may look the same to the untrained eye, but once you know what you're looking for, it's like night and day.
Yeah, okay, that's true. I think I like
It's
man.
more like Pepsi and Coke Zero. It's really different.
Okay. It's more like Pepsi and Coke.
Muppets is Pepsi.
Muppets, it's Pepsi.
Sesame Street's actually fine. It's good. It's all
No,
good.
wait. So Sesame Street's Coke Zero.
I think I've upset a lot of Sesame Street fans. Now, Sesame Street's great.
Okay.
I like them both.
Okay, that's the quote for this episode. Muppets is Pepsi. That will make no sense outside of this context. Okay, no, but in reality, I think I like Beaker.
Beaker is definitely high on a lot of people's list. I almost picked Beaker.
Yeah, dude, Beaker.
Like,
Beaker's great. Like the
Yeah.
tie and everything. I don't know. I just like his
So
look.
I read a great theory that that Beaker is actually like that's not actually how he sounds. He's actually being censored all the time because Bunsen is always blowing him up in some way, and he's just cursing
He's just
constantly
mad all the time.
all the time.
I like that. I like that idea.
But yeah, so that's the theory that's put forth on Basic Instructions, which is a great webcomic if you are looking for a great webcomic to read. Basic Instructions.
All right, basic instructions. Wait. Is that like a science pun?
No, it's like a webcomic, but it's a parody of like how-to tutorials.
Woo.
Like I think the first tutorial is like how to assassinate your evil twin or something. Like like they're all ridiculous stuff.
Yeah. No, I just googled Beaker and then basic instructions.
Yeah, you can find the exact comic.
Okay, fans, that's it. Maybe I'll just put the comic on the YouTube if you see it. Anyway, let's move on to our last segment. Brad, this podcast is going by so fast.
I know, Marco. We were together such a short time.
Everything ends.
No.
And then dramatic anime music, slow-mo, sakura flowers. Okay, so let's move on to our last segment, our News 99, where we will deliver hot-baked news into the plate that is your podcast palette. Brad, tell us, what exciting news we'll have for them today?
Well, in the past 2 days, we have generated not a whole lot of news.
Nice.
I have to say. The news is about the same. We were going to Gen Con. I Can't Even is out. Cell Swords Olympus is out. Professionals mini expansion is out. New print run of Millennium Blades is here. Trials is going to be dropping very shortly. If you're listening to this now, most of the stuff should already be available in a store or online store near you. So check it out. I think especially check out I Can't Even. It's super cool. It's definitely in that fast casual sort of gaming niche. So with Sushi Go and such.
Yeah.
And then Cell Swords Olympus. If you love the original, or if you're looking for a place to get into Cell Swords, super good. And of course, MB Professional 6, 2 new characters. So it's
2 new sets.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. And 2 new sets. Yeah, the Magic the Gathering set especially is a ton of fun.
Man,
And the sports set is great.
It has the Ronaldo that looks like the bad statue of him. Great.
Yeah. It's got the bronze Ronaldo statue. There's a John Madden character in there.
He's a spaceman,
There's,
right? Of course he is.
Yep.
Okay.
There's Michael Phelps and Serena Williams in there. There's a lot of fun stuff.
Man, the Michael Phelps better fight Double Shark.
Well, he can when you get them both together in your deck.
In Millennium Blades. Oh.
In Millennium Blades.
Advertisement. Ching.
Yep.
All right.
So anyway, that's really all the news from Level 99.
Are you sure?
It's ongoing. So.
Are you sure?
Do you have something you want to add?
I made news in the past 2 days, Brad.
Ah, good. Well, give us the news.
The news is that if you
the
check
hot baked news,
the hot baked news, literally, it's fresh.
The oven fired news,
the brick fire oven personal pan pizza news is the fact that
with extra toppings.
ghost peppers.
Yes.
Right, anchovies. And then news is the fact that I have already posted the contest for Pixel Tactics Online. BattleCon Online? No. Pixel Tactics Online. So, listener, if you're listening right now, you're thinking to yourself, man, I love Pixel Tactics. I love it a lot. I wish I could have a card in Pixel Tactics. Well, now you can, Brad. Act surprised.
Incredible!
Yes, incredible. If you go to our blog now and check the website, you will see the contest where the grand prize will be your created card will be in Pixel Tactics. Now, Brad.
Amazing!
Are you wondering, how can I avail of this wonderful prize?
How can I avail of this wonderful prize?
Good thing you asked, Brad. It's simple. Simply join the contest. All you have to do is create a hero card for Pixel Tactics Online. Note, it's
heroic!
Heroic! It's only for Pixel Tactics Online, not Pixel Tactics Physical, so I highly recommend that you acquaint yourself with the game first and look at the keywords that will be available
by watching
in the
Marco's
game.
videos!
And playing the game yourself by clicking the link in the description down below. And the grand prize winner will get their card in the game in addition to some store credit. Isn't that amazing?
Amazing!
But wait, there's more. If you don't win the grand prize, you can also win your first prize runner-ups, which will all get store credit, which you can use to buy physical Pixel Tactics or other board games from Level 99 Games. Spectacular.
Board games.
Call now. Well, not call now. Join the contest now and find your creativity. Whether you're a Pixel Tactics veteran or a Pixel Tactical newbie, everyone's invited for this arena challenge where only one will make it into the game.
Tactical.
Yeah, so that was the news.
Oh, okay, your news is a lot more charismatic than my news.
Well, your news is kind of a rerun. Mine's like that new fresh
thanks.
show. It's kind of like DuckTales when DuckTales first came out. Speaking of which,
no,
DuckTales is out again.
Like old busted, new hotness.
Yeah. But don't worry, Brad. We still love you.
Aw, thanks.
All
Well,
right.
I'm happy to report 7th Cross is going well. So that's my new hotness.
My soul. You beat me.
Soon. Yes. Soon my plans will all come to fruition.
Yes. So that pretty much does it for this episode of the Level Cap Podcast. I hope all of you have enjoyed listening to us, and I'm very thankful that you were on with us in this magical journey together. If you want to recommend any Game Club games for the week, characters of the week, or have any questions for us, please write them in the comment section down below. Not only because we would really appreciate it, but also because we need more questions. Guys, we're running out. We're running out of questions.
Yeah, and next episode 33, we'll have the 99th question. What will it be?
What will the 99th question be? And will it cause us to change? But until we get there, it has been me, your host, Marco DeSantos, with my really, really edgy host, Shadow Marco, and our really, really non-edgy co-host,
Normal Brad.
And I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you again next week. Happy gaming!
Till next time.